Good afternoon. Today is the 23rd of May and it's time to take a belated look at the top 10 best-selling cars of April 2024. Yes, we're a bit late this month doing this. I mean, this video might even go out in June for the simple reason that, well, how do I put this? We've had so many slightly shambolic shuffles this month that we're all shuffled out and all the videos be shuffled to the end of the queue, shall we say? So, yes, some of you really like this segment when we look at the UK's best-selling cars and best-selling brands for about 25 minutes or so each month. It's not particularly interesting to maybe some people, but I make the videos and I find them interesting. So those of you who are with me and those of you who like it, welcome. Rest of you, it's your decision. So we will start, as we always do, with looking at the percentage changes in power sources behind cars over the last year, because we can compare April 2024 to April 2023. There's not been a lot of movement in the market actually, which is really strange. Sales are only up in comparison with 2023 1%, exactly 1%. There's really no change. There is a change in power source between the cars people were buying in April 2023 and April 2024, and we'll go into that now. The forbidden fuel, diesel, no surprise, 25% down. Market share's gone from 8.7% to 6.4%. I mean, who's actually buying those now? Like, very, very few people. There's a reason why we don't talk about them on the channel. Number of cars sold's gone from about 12,000 to about 9,000. That's being generous, actually. It's a bit less than that. Petrol, this has also gone down. I don't quite know why. Who knows? Market share's gone from 58% to 56%. Percentage change is about minus 3.1. And number of cars sold has gone from 77,000 to 75,000. Not a massive change, but it's fair nevertheless. Battery electric vehicles has actually gone up by about 11%. The market share has gone from 15.4% to 17%. Given the market's so oversaturated at the moment with electric cars, I can only think that this is perhaps just the the legislation that's in place that a given manufacturer gets fined if they don't sell a certain percentage of electric cars in this country now. I think it's £15,000 a car or something absolutely insane. There's no wonder they're pushing electric cars on people who don't perhaps require them. I think electric cars are wonderful. I've driven lots of electric cars. One of those popular videos on my channel is an MG ZS when those came out in 2019, and one of my friends has had 4 electric cars. Like, he loves them. I think they're wonderful for certain people. I think there are some fantastic electric cars that I've driven. I love the MG4 X-Power that I drove. I really like the Volvo C40 I drove. And even the Ssanyon Corando Emotion that I drove last year, I quite enjoyed, or KGM Corando it is now. Quite enjoyed all those, but they're just not for everyone at the moment, for reasons we don't get into. This isn't a channel for that, but yeah, anyway. So those statistics, up by 11%, really. Market share's gone 15.4, 16.9. Number of cars sold's gone from 21,000 to 23,000. Plug-in hybrid has gone up even more. Market share's gone from 6.5% to 7.8%. And the percentage change is about 22 up. Number of cars sold's gone from about 9,000 last April to 10,500 last month. Hybrids also a big increase. Market share has gone from about 11% to about 13%. Percentage change has gone up, but it's about 17 up. And number of cars sold has gone from about 15,000 to 18,000. Let's have a look at the cars by the sort of sector they're sold in: private, fleet, and business. The private and fleet sectors are far, far bigger than the business sectors. The business sector is very small in this country. And traditionally, the fleet sector makes up more of the new car market than anything else, like by masses. And this is really the case. This is actually the most significant change we've seen, really, of anything, apart from the increase in increase in the plug-in hybrids actually on this list. It's the biggest change of anything, and it's 18.5% up of the fleet sector. It's gone from 51% of the market, or 51.5%, to 60.5%. So the fleet sector now makes up more than 60% of all new car registrations in this country. I don't know whether that's a surprise to you. Certainly back in sort of the 90s, company cars were very, very important. It seems to be that they're still really, really important. The consumer business only makes up, it used to be 46% of the market last April, it's now 38%, and it's actually down by 18% for whatever reason. I can't quite understand why. I don't really know, but that's the case. You know, things are very expensive these days, I suppose. Yeah, it's gone from 61,000 to just 50,500, whereas the fleet's gone from 69,000 to 81,000. Business is very, very small. The market share has dropped slightly from 2.3 to 1.9. Percentage change is about 60% down. Number of cars sold has gone from about 3,000 to 2,600. So yes. One thing that we'll move on to now is what actually you probably clicked on this video for, which is the top 10 best-selling cars of April 2024. No surprise of number one. It's the Ford Puma. That's pretty unassailable at the moment. Looking at the number of those sold this year, it's no surprise it's number one as well. Volkswagen Polo is number two. Again, that's no particular stranger to the top 10, but for some reason it doesn't appear in the top 10 for this year at all. So I don't know if there are special deals on the Polo at the moment. We still love super minis in this country. Why Ford are just going to do the Fiesta is a mystery to me in some ways, because the second most popular car is the Polo. The Corsa has completely dropped out of the top 10 for some reason. I have no idea why. I don't know why that would be the case. It sort of took the Fiesta's place, but Ford have come back with the Puma, so there we go. Next one's the Audi A3. Ford Puma was 4339, the Polo was 43413, and third the Audi A3 3010 in terms of the sales numbers. Audi A3 is not an uncommon car. It's not a premium car. It's a car that's sold on the kind of basis that used to be a more expensive brand, exclusive brand back in the day, but it's not these days at all. That's outselling things like the Qashqai, the MGHS, so make of that what you will. Qashqai, yeah, fourth place, 2495. Then the Golf, no stranger to the top 10. In fact, it's number 6 actually so far this year. 2361. The Kia Sportage. Kia Sportage actually the third most popular car so far this year. 2192. Then the T-Roc, again, it's very similar to a Golf. 2162. MGHS. I think it's the first time I've seen an MG consistently in the top 10 so far this year. It just shows that since the real relaunch of the brand in 2011, the last 13 years, the way they've climbed up, and you know, it's probably no thanks to me and the videos I used to make about the new cars in the early years of this channel in particular, but they are just a fabric of life. HS isn't really my favourite MG, but seems to be with the public, and 2,073 cars were sold last month. The Volvo XC40, that's one of the best-selling Volvos ever, actually, that. 2069, and then the Volkswagen Tiguan, again, I think that's also based on the Golf platform, 2004 in 10th position. Let's now look and see how the individual manufacturers are actually doing, because this is always very interesting to me. So the market's only up by 1%, so if we see a percentage change in here, it generally almost reflects the exact changes to how they're doing compared with April 2023. First is Abarth. They've now got the electric Abarth cars on sale. You can still buy, I think you really want to, go into a dealer and buy a 1.4 T-Jet petrol Abarth. I didn't realise you could do that, but someone told me about that, and there seems to be some lying around. I don't know why. I think they last actually made them in about 2022. Just there's existing stock going on for people who want them. They're not that different though from the ones that came out about 2008. So it's up to you whether you want one of those, really. So yes, last month it's down a little bit. 53% down. Market share's gone from 0.04 to 0.02. Number of cars sold's gone from 57 to 27. Alfa Romeo decline. I wonder if the new Junior that was going to be called the Milano is actually going to do kind of any sort of business at all over here. The Tonale that I drove last year was one of the most disappointing cars I've ever driven. It was fast and it looked nice, but it was really expensive. It just did not have what I think was to be Alfa Romeo DNA. Hopefully this new Junior will, but it remains to be seen, doesn't it? So 8% down. Market share's gone from 0.1 to 0.09. Number of cars sold has gone from 129 to 119. Alpine, really not much of a change. I mean, it's 40% up, but that's only because they sold 28 cars as opposed to 20, and the market share is exactly the same at 0.02%. We were talking earlier about how Audi's just not really an exclusive or premium brand anymore. It's a mainstream brand. And looking at these sales here, Audi have outsold Ford again. Audi have outsold Ford again. Mind you, Volkswagen have sold even more than that, but yeah, Audi outsells Ford now on a regular basis in this country. You still think Audis are exclusive and premium? Well, they're not. Even though they're about 10% down, they've still got about 7.6% of the market. Number of cars they sold last month was about 10,300, and then last year it was about 11,400. Bentley, they've had a decline, but it's only like 141 cars to 96, but still 32% down. BMW, on the other hand, are up. They sold 9,200 cars last month, as opposed to 6,800 last April. Market share's gone from 5.1 to 6.8. It's a 35% increase. Again, they outsold Ford. So what does that tell you about BMW and Audi as brands? BYD, build your dreams, although they don't put that on their cars anymore. They've gone up quite a lot, but by 1,048%. That only means they've gone from 29 cars to 333. So it's not quite as exciting as it appears. But I do have this kind of hankering to try a BYD Dolphin. I don't know about the Seal so much. I have seen one and sat in one. I thought it was quite interesting, but the Dolphin is a bit more affordable. That's more my sort of car, I think. Like the Seal is nice. So they've gone from 0.02% of the market to 0.25. That's not bad, actually, really. Chevy there's nothing on there, just skip that. Citroën, another brand of Stellantis that just isn't seem to be doing particularly well. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a blip or something. 6% down. They had 1.7% of the market last April, and now it's just 1.6. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,200 to 2,100. Maybe some of that new stuff, that new really cheap electric C3 might change a fortune, I don't know. Cupra, they've done okay. So anything above 1% of an increase is a real increase, actually, on this chart here. It's about 3% for them, and market share has gone up very slightly to 1.48 from 1.45. Number of cars sold has remained relatively steady from 1931 to 1984. That was the number of cars, not the years, by the way. Dacia has gone down by about 20%. I don't know, maybe it's due to stock issues. Dacias are really good cars now, actually. I think they're so much better than they used to be. They weren't bad, really. Never been bad. It's just that they were, extremely good value, and now they are a bit more expensive, but just better cars. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,900 to 2,300, and the percentage change is 2.2 as opposed to the market share has gone from 2.2 to 1.7. DS have not had a good month. They've gone from 257 cars sold in April 2023 to 69 last month. Whether they were intending to achieve that figure exactly, I don't know, but we'll skip over that. So, yeah, 73% down. The market share has tumbled from about 0.2 to 0.05. Oops. Fiat, another Stellantis brand. Again, things like the new Panda thing coming out and other cars. I think we got 600. It's like a Jeep Avenger type thing, isn't it, that thing? Yeah, that might be interesting. I don't know. I haven't tried one of those yet. 9.4% down. Market share's gone from about 1 to about 0.9. Number of cars sold has gone from about 1,300 to 1,200. Fisker, apparently Fisker sold 7 cars last month, but the Fisker Ocean, I think, is dead in the water, really. Terrible pun. We won't go into that because we haven't really got time to talk about Fisker today. Ford, not good. Not good at all. Obviously, they were still selling the Fiesta last year about this time, not now. 21% down. Number of cars sold has gone from 10,300 to 8,200, and the percentage of the market has gone from 7.7 to 6. Genesis, pretty much the same as last year, like within one car, 99 versus 98. Why Genesis don't sell more cars in this country, I don't know. They make fantastic cars. I would happily have one of those over a BMW, Mercedes or Audi any day of the week, but nobody buys them. It's a shame. Aura, with the Aura 03 that used to be called the Funky Cat, they're up by 700%. Yes, 700, not as good as BYD, but the thing is that that's 11 cars versus 88 last month, so it's not as exciting as it seems. Honda, who makes some great cars, including the Civic and the HRV, in my opinion, down by 34%. Market share has gone from 1.7 to 1.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,300 to 1,500. That's a shame. Hyundai just below the general trend of the market, 0.8% up. Market share has dropped very slightly, but it's about 5% in both cases. Number of cars sold is, again, really similar. Both times about 6,600. Ineos, for some reason, sold a lot fewer cars last month. They did in April 2023. Who knows? I'm not going to dwell too much on that because they're quite a minority player at the moment. Jaguar, who are going to have their entire lineup replaced apparently at some point. They're doing all right though with their old one at the moment. 92% up. Market share's gone from 0.52 to 1. That's pretty good actually. It's almost double. And then number of cars sold has gone from 700 to 1,300. That's pretty good. Also good is Jeep, bucking the Stellantis trend completely here by having a 201% increase. Very good. Maybe there's that new Jeep Avenger thing, which looks all right actually. It looks like a nice car. So 115 cars sold in April 2023. Last month, apparently 350. That's good. Market share has gone up considerably from under 0.1 to 0.26. KGM, who are now SsangYong, KGM, who were SsangYong, we're going to have to look actually at SsangYongs at the same time and look at the fact that they sold 149 cars in April 2023, and last month was 139. So that's not so good. Hopefully they will, get a few more buyers. I mean, with that new name, as a SsangYong owner myself, I kind of do keep watch of what they're doing, and it's not often that sort of happy. Although driving a brand new Torres would be very nice. I'd like to drive a brand new Torres very, very much. Hopefully I can do that at some point this year. Kia. So, as usual, Kia, things are going quite well. 1.4% up, so above the market trend. Market shares remain pretty steady, about 6%. Number of cars sold, again, very steady at about 8,000. Land Rover, not as good as Jaguar, but still okay, actually. Sales are up by about 7% compared with April 2023. The market shares remain consistent. It's gone up slightly to a 3.2%. Number of cars sold has gone from 4,000 to 4,300. Lexus have had a good month as well. Lexus do make some good cars. I just find them quite expensive, but maybe that's because you're paying for quality. I don't know. So they sold 1,300 cars last month. Last April was only 886. The percentage has gone from about 0.7 to about 1% actually, and it's a 49% increase. Maserati, not particularly good. Another Stellantis brand, a bit of trouble perhaps. 36% down. Number of cars sold has gone from 67 to 43. Maxus, there's nothing to compare this against whatsoever. One car in April 2023, one car April 2024. I don't think we're really selling anything in this country. I think we just sell commercials. Mazda, I'd love to drive some more Mazdas. I think they're very nice cars to drive. I think some of them are really good to look at. But one that for some reason I'm most interested in is a Mazda 2, like not the hybrid one, but it's basically a Toyota Yaris, but just the normal one. I think those are really good cars, and I'm looking forward to driving one at some point because I've been offered one of those. I think it's 2020, the one I've been offered. But yes, anyway, the market share has gone from 0.7 to 1.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,200 to 1,500. It's a 31% decrease, which is a shame. By contrast, Mercedes-Benz, a 28% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 5,100 to 6,500. I wonder how that new agency model thing is working out for them. And that is 4.9% of the market. It was 3.9%. MG, not a massive increase, but they still make up about 4% of the market now, MG, which is bonkers, really, isn't it? In comparison with years gone by. 7% increase. Market share has increased from 3.8 to 4. Number of cars sold has gone from 5,000 to 5,300. Mini, not so good for some reason. 35% decrease. Market share has gone from 2.7 to 1.7. Number of cars sold has gone from 3,600 to 2,300. Perhaps when that new model that's just come out, the new model of Mini, maybe that will sell better, I don't know. Nissan had a good month. Qashqai sales really help. They sell tons of those. 18.2% increase. Market share has gone from 3.7 to 4.3. Number of cars sold has gone from 4,900 to 5,800. Yes, Peugeot, another Stellantis brand, and again, not doing so well. What is it about Jeep that's bucks a trend at them? Who knows? So, a 22% decrease. Market share has gone from 4.2 to 3.2. And number of cars sold has gone from 5,500 to 4,300. Polestar, we know they're in a bit of trouble, unfortunately, which is a shame. But yeah, I don't think anybody wants to buy their cars at the moment for some reason. And it says here they've had a 60% decrease. Market share has gone from 0.9 to 0.4. And number of cars sold has gone from 1,200 to 500, which is significant. Porsche, again, not so good. 25% down. Market share has gone from 1.4 to 1. Number of cars sold has gone from 1,900 to 1,400. It's not so good, is it? Renault, very good. I don't know whether it's due to this new Scenic that's just come out. Or Scenic, if you were French. 77% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 1.8 to 3. Sorry, that's market share. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,300 to 4,100. Seat, one point they were saying we're going to close the brand. I don't think they need to close the brand actually at the moment because the market has responded very well. 84% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 1,900 to 3,400. The percentage of the market's gone from 1.4 to 2.6. Wow. Skoda, although Skoda's selling far more cars than Seat, they do in this country for some reason. So if the 14% increase, market share has gone from 4% to 4.5. Number of cars sold has gone from 5,300 to 6,000. That's very good. Smart has a very big increase. It's a new hashtag one. What's the other one that's coming out? The new Smart, I can't remember, but hashtag one, silly name. 675% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 32 to 248. Excellent. But that's only about 0.2% of the market. Subaru have been outsold by KGM stroke Sanyong. They have gone up though by 75%. It was 81 cars in April 2023. It's now 142, and the market share has gone to 0.1. Suzuki, who makes some very good cars, the new Swift is just currently out. They have gone up by 13%. Number of cars sold has increased from 1,400 to 1,600, and market share has gone from 1.05 to 1.18. That's pretty good. Tesla, not so good. 25% down. Probably there's been no sort of big shipment of cars this month or something. 1.3% of the market, now 1%, and the number of cars sold has gone from 1,800 to 1,400. The 1 point Tesla were producing, like, you know, the sort of, I think, third most popular car of the entire year at one point, due to the shipments that come in the way that the manufacturer actually registers the cars themselves, as opposed to traditional dealers doing them. Toyota, a good month for Toyota, 7.5% up. Market share has gone from about 5% to about 5.2. Number of cars sold has gone from 6,500 to 7,000. Then Vauxhall. Vauxhall have been outsold by Volvo. That's not good, viewers. 44% down. Market share has gone from 5.9 to 3.3%. Number of cars sold has gone from 7,900 to 4,400. What on earth is happening at Vauxhall? That's terrible. That's really bad. Volkswagen, on by contrast, 13% up. The market share has gone from 8.8 to 10%, and number of cars sold has gone from 12,000 to 13,000. We like our German badge cars in this country, viewers. We really, really like our German badge cars in this country. Volvo themselves up by 30%, probably due to the XC40 sales. Number of cars sold has gone from 3,700 to 4,800, and market share has gone from 2.8 to 3.6%. Overall, number of cars sold has gone from 133,000 to 134,000, which is just under 1% of an increase over April 2023. So thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again in the next video, which might come out the same month as this one, for some more not really very penetrating market analysis.